Week 6 of the North American Soccer League fall season was packed full of excitement. Late drama in Carolina and Ottawa made for a pair of exciting finishes, while high-flying Minnesota United FC stayed red hot and extended its unbeaten streak to 10 games. Minnesota United FC's victory earned them the top spot in the fall season table, surpassing the San Antonio Scorpions, who could only muster a draw against Ottawa Fury FC on Sunday. The Tampa Bay Rowdies collected 3 points at home in Week 6, pushing them into the 4th position in the race for the championship. They're now even on points in the NASL combined table with Fort Lauderdale Strikers, who grinded out a draw against the Atlanta Silverbacks at Lockhart Stadium. Week 6 started with 4 matches on Saturday night, and the first to kick off was the matchup between the Carolina Railhawks and FC Edmonton at Wake Med Soccer Park. The Railhawks didn't waste any time going ahead in front of their home fans, with Jordan Gray finding the head of Zach Shilofsky in the 12th minute.
Touched it a couple times before he crosses it. Touched it once, then crossed it. Oh my! Zach Shilofsky, what a header!
FC Edmonton would fight back, though, with Jamaican international Lance Lang poking the ball through Railhawks goalkeeper Akira Fitzgerald's legs to tie things up at 1-1. FC Edmonton's Richie Jones would then put his team 2-1 up after some good concentration and a great finish in the penalty area. After Zach Shilofsky tied the game from the penalty spot in the 75th minute, the referee pointed to the spot again, this time following a foul on the Railhawks. And that cleared the way for Eddie's Neil Flavati to win it deep into second half stoppage time. The Tampa Bay Rowdies were looking for their first win over the New York Cosmos since May of 1984, when they welcomed their old NASL rivals to Al Lang Stadium on Saturday night. The Rowdies got off to a perfect start, going 1-0 up midway through the first half. Amani Walker was able to square the ball for Keith Savage, whose effort creeped over the goal line in the 22nd minute.
Rodriguez. Walker trying to get through, and he does. Amani's in the box, and here he comes. A little too far. Pass, shot, and it's in.
Scoring for the second week in a row was Rowdies defender Tomika Makandawiri, whose composed finish found the net after Maurer gave away a rebound on Brian Shriver's cross from the right side. The Cosmos wouldn't go down easy, however, as a pair of substitutes combined for a goal that would cut the Rowdies' advantage in half. The Rowdies solidified the 3 points late in the game when midfielder Blake Wagner blasted a low effort into the corner to put the game out of reach. The win moved the Rowdies into 4th position in the race for the championship. The Atlanta Silverbacks hadn't won a game in Fort Lauderdale in over a year, but early on in their game against the Strikers on Saturday, they made it pretty clear that they came to play. Junior Burgos, who won the NASL Play of the Week with a strike of his own last week, found Jaime Chavez with a long through ball, and Chavez finished expertly to give the visitors a 1-0 lead just 7 minutes into the game. All was not lost for the Strikers, though, as Fafa Picault continued his fine fall season form with an equalizer midway through the second half. The Strikers would go on to force Atlanta goalkeeper Eric Ati into 12 saves, but couldn't find the winner in a 1-1 draw. In Saturday night's finale, spring season champion Minnesota United FC hosted Indy 11 at NSC Stadium, and it would go on to be a long night for the visitors. Aaron Pitchkaland started things off for Minnesota, gathering a deflected ball and coolly dispatching a shot into the net for a 1-0 lead. Not long after, NASL's leading goal scorer Christian Ramirez put away what will certainly be a Goal of the Year candidate, converting an acrobatic bicycle kick from 17 yards out. Brazilian forward Daniel Mendes got into the act just before halftime, putting a third past Indy goalkeeper Christian Nicht.
Flick on there by Ramirez, finds Mendes, little touch. What a finish by Daniel Mendes.
In the second half, it was much of the same as Red Hot United continued to pour it on. Midfielder Jamie Watson's perfect ball control and finish made it 4-0. The story of the game was Ramirez, whose performance earned him his 3rd NASL Player of the Week honor this year. In the 58th minute, the star forward added his 2nd of the game for good measure. Down 5-0, Indy 11 got on the board on a spectacular strike by Kleberson. It was all about the Loons, though, as they extended their league unbeaten streak to 10 games with the 5-1 win. The weekend concluded in Ottawa, where the San Antonio Scorpions were looking to reclaim their fall table lead over United. Scorpions midfielder Trevin Caesar opened the scoring in spectacular fashion midway through the second half. Ottawa's attacking pressure finally paid off when substitute Vini Dantas found Tom Heineman over the top of the Scorpions' back line. The finish would clinch a dramatic 1-1 draw for Fury FC. After Week 6, the fall season table features a new team in the top spot. Minnesota now occupies first place due to an advantage in goal differential over San Antonio, who also has 16 points. The Rowdies now have a firm grasp on third place, while the results from FC Edmonton and the Atlanta Silverbacks pull them even with the New York Cosmos on 8 points. And that's the weekend that was in the North American Soccer League. Week 7 fall season action resumes this Saturday.